chocks and chocolates and in between, Roberto for another video review. Well, it's the Jammie Dodgers. New? Does it say new? No, it doesn't. Well, it is new. It doesn't say it, but well, they are new basically, but it doesn't say it. But the new Jammie Dodgers Apple and Blackcurrant Burst flavour. Yes, no nasty stuff. We're jammy enough. Yeah. So basically, I don't know if it's a I don't know if it's a limited edition or not. It doesn't seem to be, but they've done quite a few flavours recently. They did I think a Minions one, which was I think it was banana flavoured. Did a blueberry one as well. I think it was. Was it just called blue currant or something like that? I'm not sure. It was a blue one anyway. And they've done a few others, typical ones. But this one, yeah, is a purple one. So going for some nice colours. I'm sure you can still get them. Well, the Minion ones might be a bit of a limited edition ones for sure, because obviously the Minions license will presumably run out at some point. But and the blue ones you can still get. They were a Tesco exclusive. I've got these ones in Tesco as well. I don't know if they are an exclusive to Tesco, but yeah, it's quite interesting that Jammie Dodgers are branching out a bit. They've sort of been, quite, I don't know, it's just been, I mean, there's been a few limited editions here and there, but recently, they've just done loads of new ones really, relatively, in the past year, 3 or 4 different ones in a year. It's quite a lot really, and they've not really done, maybe one every couple of years or something previous to that, as far as I'm aware anyway. So, interesting one, although they did do a couple of random ones before, a unicorn flavour I think, and possibly a rhubarb and custard one. So they were around, but they just seem to be, maybe that was the start of it. I don't know. Anyway, point is, they're doing a lot more. I'm happy with it. I like the colours. I think it's really nice. One thing I would say though is that they're always apple jam basically. They flavour the jam. It's always apple jam, but they just flavour it differently. So it's not a different fruit used to make it. It's just flavouring, as far as I can tell. I mean, if you look on the, it does say flavour there anyway, so the hint is kind of there. But if we do look at the back, you will see, and this will be the case with all Jammie Dodgers I've seen anyway, shortcake biscuits with a blackcurrant flavour apple jam. So there you go. So it's a blackcurrant flavour apple jam. So there's the ingredients there. Any interest? Blackcurrant flavour apple jam, 27%. So I assume the remaining 73% is biscuit. Any palm oil? Sustainable palm, it says there. Alright, sustainable palm oil. So I always look into what sustainable means if it's important to you, because basically, long story short, is sustainable as far as I'm aware, and from what I can tell from my research on it, is pretty much subjective basically. So I would really look into that if it matters to you. But nonetheless, I guess it is presumably a step in the right direction. So Burton's biscuits made by. So we're bursting with excitement to hear your comments, presumably. Under there. Your comments, yes, questions or suggestions, so get in touch if you're not happy and stuff like that, or if you are happy and you just want to say stuff. Yeah, maybe you want to congratulate them. 140 gram pack, suits for vegetarians, suits for vegans as well, there we go, yeah. And, right, 3 recycle, film don't recycle, home, recycle with bags at large supermarkets. So that's I'm sure that in Republic of Ireland, I've seen packs that have shared the packaging in Republic of Ireland. They've said Republic of Ireland you can recycle them at home, so it's a bit of a funny one that why the UK can't, so it makes me wonder. So there's calorie information. So per serving, 1 biscuit, 78 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 1.2 of which are saturates, and per 100 grams, 435 calories, 14 grams of fat, 6.8 of which are saturates. And so the whole pack is 140, so you add 40% onto that. You're probably talking another 200 calories, something like that for the whole pack. So maybe around 600 odd. All right, yeah. So anything else of interest to say? I don't think so. But it looks very nice. Yeah, quite excited for this one really. I'm sure there's a load of saying there at some point on it. Here we go, yes, there we are, yes. Yeah, but what about artificial colours? None. Artificial flavours? Nope. Artificial sweeteners? Nah. GM ingredients? Never. Hydrogenated fats? Nada. Vegan friendly? Yeah. There we go. Alright. So in a cool, dry place. Okay. And away from, yes, okay, still in a cool, dry place, away from a strong light, and cupboard raiders. Yes, once open, so in a hairtight container. Cupboard raiders. Alright, there we go. Right, alright, well, I think we just need to give these an open, so let's move stuff down, give them open, let's do it. Let's give them an open. Right, okay, everyone, I'm going to give these new, well, as I said it before, they are new, but it doesn't say new anywhere, so, but new Jammie Dodgers, Apple and Blackcurrant Burst flavour, and open, yeah, so let's just get into them. Bit of a flourish, by the way, but acceptable flourish, that I'd say. I mean, I do compare flourishes, but these ones, at least as far as the packaging on the outside is concerned, is acceptable, because if you press them like that, it's not too bad. I would say a 5th is an acceptable flourish, and this is definitely less than a 5th, so I think anyway. Alright, so time currently I've done about 1020 reviews with us, if not more. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. In the top and corner I've got links to places of all my other reviews, or some related ones, such as other Jammie Dodger ones or biscuit ones. Yeah, so after you watch this and enjoyed it, and hit the like and subscribe buttons, go check us out. Hope you enjoyed us too. Alright, so there we go. So, well, first of all, I mean, I'm not getting much purple from that, are you? I mean, it will be purple, but it's just about that there's no light penetrating it, so it just looks black, basically. Well, there's no... Well, the light's all been absorbed anyway, one or the other. So that's a bit disappointing. I would like a very vivid colour from these, and I'm certainly not getting it. So that's a shame. It almost renders it a bit pointless. I mean, if you look at the front of it, you know, I mean, it's a little darker than the usual ones, but yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, there we go. So I'm sure I'd say there is purple. If we took away all the biscuit and stuff, we would see purple. So we'll try and do that in a minute. But yeah. Well, let's give it a measure first. I'm sure it's the same size as regular Jammie Dodgers, but there we go. Diameter about 5.6 centimeters, and height about 1.3. Not flat at the top, so might depend on where you do it. 1.2 there, 1.1 there. Yeah, so all right. Okay, but you can see it's a sort of bare biscuit at the bottom. The design on the top. The funny thing is, there is a design in the bottom bit on top of the bottom layer on this that you can never see. It's always covered up. You know, it has like a sort of, it's like a pass on the inside, and then the sort of central circle where the jam goes in. So yeah, interesting. All right, so now the problem with these as well is you can probably see that it doesn't go all the way to the edge of the jam either. There's far too much biscuit. I mean, the top layer does look a bit thin actually there. It's interesting, you know, quite symmetrical. Yeah, so it could be a bit thinner there anyway. Let's have a look. 1.1. Suppose 1.15, maybe half a millimetre less, something like that. Alright, well, let's see if we can get it top of. I mean, the problem we got is it's stuck down quite heavily, so I'll probably just pick it off. See what happens. There we go. So we can start to see a bit of the purple there. You can clearly see there it is very much purple. Still hard to tell for sure. The problem again is because all the biscuit, now you can see as well the problem here, how much biscuit there is. You can see there, you know, there's just a blob in the centre of the actual jam. To me, this is how it should be almost, where there's just, in fact, they should actually do like this, like little Jaffa Cake style approaches or flying saucery things, where, you know, you should have it like that, so you just got less biscuit, and I think that would be a lot better actually. I really do. All right, well, there we go. But you can see that design I was talking about there. You can see the hearts there. You wouldn't normally see really. Yeah, you can see the jam is definitely. Oh, this is a purple plum colour. There's no plum involved. Right, yeah. There you go. So that's the problem with it. As I say, too much biscuit for it. But yeah, okay. I'm just trying to. I was just hoping I could see it a bit better than this, but without to really break it apart. But unfortunately, you know, it's just stuck down so tight. Oh, there we go. Some bent quite soft there. But look at that. Yeah. So there we go. Definitely a purple there. And how does it smell? Again, it smelled before this, by the way. Quite nice. A typical subtle flavour. It smells a bit. Will be like if anything actually, but yeah, it's a blackcurrant smell. Yeah, interesting, but not bad. But there we go. Okay, see, in fact, is it quite runny that? Yeah, it's sticky a bit to touch, but it doesn't. It's not runny, but it did, let's say, leak a bit. But that's pretty good, that, doesn't it? It looks quite nice. But quite a lot of filling in the middle, I think you'd say, but there's just too much biscuit around the edge normally. But we'll see if this one's any different. See if the flavour's strong enough to get through that. All right, well, I think we need to taste them. That's the next step, isn't it? So let's lift myself up. Give them a taste. Let's do it. Okay then everyone, I'm going to give these Jammie Dodgers, new Jammie Dodgers, although they don't say new on it, but they are. Apple and blackcurrant burst flavour a taste. Yes, I'm very excited for these ones, very excited. So, got say one here. Now you can't see any of the colour here, but we did, you know, push one a bit. We can see the colour there. It's just when the light's able to get through the jam, I guess. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe slightly disappointing when you can't see the purple very well, like the front. It's not sort of a purple anyway either, really. When you do kind of get it out, you know what I mean? It's still kind of a red, you know. A bit disappointing that. I mean, yeah, I guess it might be too much colouring maybe, but definitely a red, isn't it? That's not really a purple. I mean, maybe it's a plum, I would argue, but well, I don't know. That's definitely purple, and probably more plum than that, isn't it? So a bit disappointing that, really. Yeah, a bit disappointing. It's obviously darker than, you know, the normal sort of jam in the Jammie Dodgers, but even so, yeah. All right, well, I think we need to give them a taste. So I'll taste one whole, shall I? Because I think that's the ultimate experience, isn't it? So I'll do that and see what it's like. And then perhaps we'll taste one with a bit less biscuit on it. But I have a feeling this one's going to be just too much biscuit like this. But let's see. Let's give it a taste. Mm. 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 See, nice look to it there. There's a big mouth shape indent from it, but looks quite nice there. Looks quite nice. You know what? You can taste the flavour quite well to an extent. You know, it's quite sharp. It's not ridiculously overpowering it, you know, but it definitely is there. But there's still, I would say, too much biscuit. It's only in the middle that you get the taste. Unless it's just regular biscuit, you know, shortcake biscuit. Mm. 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 It really would be good if they did it like I said before, they did it like a bit like a Jaffa cake, a sort of UFO shape where they've just got a dome at the top. I think that would be great, that, you know, or if they just had the jam going all the way to the edge, because it doesn't go all the way to the edge. That's what they should do, really, because you just get so much more flavour that way. Let's just try nibbling this then, let's see. I mean, it's still subtle, you know, you don't get much of it even then, but it still comes across a bit more, you know. Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, let's try dunking it in there. 1 cup of coffee. I don't think this will really add much to it, but may as well give it a go. See? Soft as a biscuit, but overpowers the jam taste. Yeah, these ones, the taste is there. You know, if you make sure that your bite basically encompasses half the centre, you do get some Jammie Dodger filling there, not just the biscuit. But yeah, there's just too much biscuit, and it's my problem with all the Jammie Dodgers. You know, except maybe the chocolate ones. I really like those, the Chocky Dodgers. I thought they worked quite well actually. I think because the chocolate was just a bit more, just worked with the biscuit. It was a bit softer and just permeated through the biscuit a bit better. I don't know when you ate it, but yeah, I don't know. These ones, same problem as always, really. For me, digestives are a 2 out of 5. Milk chocolate digestives are between a 3 and a 3.5. I think these ones, they're just not that much better. You know, there's just not that much taste from them. They're just basically shortcake biscuits. They're okay, but you know, the jam is so minor. The one I really like, I was discussing this with Alan Lockhart in the live the other day, and basically is the Fox's ones, what they called, cream and jam and creams, whatever they're called, and they just really nail the proportions perfectly. You know, it's got cream in there as well as the jam, but all of it just works so well together, and it's just so well proportioned. It's basically a Jammie Dodger, but just better, really. As I say, it does have sort of like a cream filling, but the cream is quite extravagant as well. So yeah, it's the same old problem. It's quite tart, the flavour to an extent in this case, but it's the same old problem. You know, you just can't taste it enough. There's just too much biscuit, not enough middle, and you could see the fact that there's just a ring around the edge where there's just nothing there. If that was full, you know, it would stand more of a chance of coming across when you bite into it. But the flavour of the jam, but yeah. But I know Jammie Dodgers, people really love them. You know, there are big fans out there, but for me, I just find them really disappointing, unfortunately. Yeah, so too much biscuit. But I say, if you love shortcake, it's probably, you know, you won't have a problem then, will you, really? But as I say, I think for me, I just expect, especially because it's a Jammie Dodger as well, you know, only really that is a phrase in the English language now, isn't it? You to call someone a Jammie Dodger, meaning they're lucky, you know, jammy basically. But I wonder if the name of the biscuit came first. I don't know. Yeah, I assume it did, but who knows? Maybe it's named after that. I don't know. But I think I'm sure the biscuit came first. I'm sure that's where they got it from, wasn't it? But let me know if you know anyway. But yeah, so I think for me these ones just disappointing. You can't taste the flavour. It's still probably a bit more prominent than a lot of the others, because I say it's quite tart, but it's still not enough. So for me, it's still, yeah. I'm sure like this. I've not referenced before, but I'm sure I gave the others the same mark, and yeah. And I think if I reviewed them now, I certainly would. But yeah, 2.5 out of 5 for me. They're okay, but they're just disappointing and just slightly below average, really. Just better biscuits out there. Alright guys, so enjoyed that review. Let me know what you think of these ones and Jammie Dodgers in general, whether they're your favourite biscuits or not. So it'd be great to hear as well. Yeah, I always do my best to reply as well, so leave a comment or free. Leave a subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the YouTube member programme, links in the description for that. Check out one of these videos pinned on the screen now. Great to support my channel also by continuing to watch my content. And have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching guys, take care. Bye for now. See ya.